What's up, people? Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Cup Chasers podcast. Strap in, ladies, gentlemen, X,
Yeah,
buckle up.
buckle
The
up.
the run-in is here, my friends. I believe Arsenal have 9, 10 games in April. So it's gonna be fast, it's gonna be furious, it's gonna be all over the place. And we are here for it. I'm absolutely pumped, but right out the rip. Let's get those likes up on the video for an Arsenal victory at the Etihad. Let's go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Of course, thanks for being here. We are on our way to that magical 1,000. And if you're enjoying all the content, let's get that little notification bell on so you'll know about Monday's show when I'll be gloating and singing the praises of the Arsenal. What you telling me, Lewis? I know that I'm feeling pretty confident, more confident than I have going to a City game in a long time. But let's get your thoughts first before I talk too much mad crap.
I am excited about just the game. I think it's always good to have high quality games like this in the season, especially this late. I think this is one of the reasons people consider the Premier League one of the best over the last few seasons. For sure, the last two, the matchups between City and Arsenal have been ones that people have seen as silverware deciders, right? Like they assume that the team that carries on from there are the ones that will probably be most likely to finish the race and make it theirs. As a City supporter, I'm excited about seeing the boys play. I love watching them play. It's been a while. I mean, in the chat we were talking about how the international break has made people yearn for the league to come back, and I'd be one of them. I watched some of the international games, but none of them had like my true attention. That's the difference between club ball. I understand. It's sort of why I understand X and Patrick being Chelsea fans all the way and being passionate about the goofiness that's going on, because the club is the club, man. The people come and go. They come in and out. We try to get rid of them. But what we want is the consistency of the team.
Yeah.
I think City over the last few years have been able to sort of solidify their personality on the league. They've influenced a lot of things that have happened. And so I look forward to the game now. Obviously, I'll address the elephant in the room that City has been sort of okay against the top six, where they've suffered. I think that they lost to Arsenal and to Villa, and everyone else they drew to. And I mean, the thing about it is it's interesting because it's a sort of a thing of, in those games, post the games, you're like, okay, well, the draws, you're like, oh, well, they were playing for a draw. And in the losses, they were both, I think 1-0 or by one goal. And, you just look at the tactics of how the opposition played them. And you hope that, Pep takes the opportunity to, go forward. But, you have to figure out who your best 11 is, who is available, and go from there. But it's at home, and you try to play your best there.
I haven't
and
even got excited yet, Sarah.
No, not yet.
And so I think it's exciting because I've been like this. I mean, for at least the last two seasons, I've always respected Arsenal. I've never once come at them and said they're not a good team. I think their quality. They had a great run in last year. There were some questions that they needed to answer, and they're in the process of trying to improve on those things. Much respect to them. And do I expect the City to show up regardless of who the 11 is? Absolutely. And I expect them to give a game. And we can predict things. I won't throw my prediction until you talk, but I already have my prediction, and we'll just go from there, right?
Yeah, I think this one's so big, man. It's, of course, a title, 6-pointer, I would say. I'm not going to say it's a title decider because, honestly, I think even if Arsenal do lose, the title's definitely not over. It's 3 points, and there's still 9 games That's a long time.
Lifetime,
There's some tough ones in there. City still got Fulham away. You still play Spurs. Still play Villa
Arsenal.
again.
I mean, yeah.
Obviously us, but I'm talking about after the game,
Oh yeah,
after the
yeah.
Arsenal game. Supposing
Right.
y'all win, so it's definitely not gone. But I think other way around. If Arsenal win, again, I don't think it's gone. We'll be up 4, but still, the mentality, the mental boost that an Arsenal win would give to our season would be absolutely insane. I think it's a needed boost, to go on and win. I'm not saying that we won't win the league if we don't win this game, but I think this is so massive for so many reasons. And maybe not. Maybe it is a little bit bigger for Arsenal fans. Just in the fact that we're still trying to get there, as you say. We're still trying to get it over the line. But for City, it's just like, all right, it's another chance to stand up and flex. Another chance to be like, okay, we haven't been at our best, but let's remind everyone who we are. Because I fully 100% expect that to be the approach. Lewis, a few pods ago, you mentioned how I was saying that you guys weren't playing well. You guys were not consistent in good performances. And you made the comment that they'll get up for the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
I have no doubt it'll be there on Sunday. I really expect this to be an absolute just a titanic bout of crazy, incredible action, man. I expect this to be a really, really good game. I can see where it might be kind of testy, and Arsenal just might come to suffocate and kill the game. I can see that. I hope that's not what we do, honestly, because I want to see a better game. And I think we can. I think we can. I think we can come to the Etihad. I think we can put our stamp on the game. I will never sit here and say, I mean, definitely not Arsenal, let alone any team will be able to go to the Etihad and have all of the ball, dominate possession, dominate the game, and beat Pep at their game on their ground. I'm never going to claim that anyone ever could do that. What I am saying is that when you look at games where teams have played really well against Man City, there have been spells of the game. That 30 minutes in the second half of the Pool City game, Pool were all over them. Absolutely all over them. But there are always spells of City dominance as well.
Mm-hmm.
Always. There always will be. And I think both teams are going to try to do the same thing, have the ball, dominate the game, dominate the spaces. I know last season Pep was prepared for the Route 1 stuff. And if it's more of that, we're gonna have to win them second balls. I know I'm a broken record with this second balls thing, man, but
Rodri Rice is going to be fun.
yeah, I think it's gonna be Jorginho and Rice, and obviously KDB and Rodri. Who do you say is your third midfielder? Who are you thinking, Lewis? Ours obviously Odegaard. Who do you think's gonna be in that middle?
I mean,
Bernardo.
my preference. So, what do you think? What I think is going to happen?
What do you think Pep is going to put? And then what's your preference?
Yeah.
I think that he will actually trust Foden and play Foden in the middle of the park. But I really think they're going to end up playing Bernardo there and put Foden on the wing.
Yeah.
My preference would be to let Foden be there because if you put Foden in the middle of the park and you stick Bernardo out wide and you let those guys play interchangeably, it causes sort of matchup issues when they start to move about. And I think that's the smartest thing to do is to start Foden in the center of the park because it takes a lot of pressure off of De Bruyne as well. And he can kind of be free to do what he wants to do. And what my expectation would be is if he wants to let De Bruyne kind of be loose, he'll bring Bernardo to the center, even though I'm lying. I just lied because I just thought of this, and you I think X you said or it might have been you, Jake. You said Jorginho. I think he's going to start Kovacic. Now that I think about it, he's
Okay.
going to play Rodri and Kovacic with De Bruyne in the middle, and then Bernardo and Foden will be out on the wing.
Chelsea reject. That's all this is. Just Chelsea reject midfield, man.
So no Alvarez, no Doku.
Here's why I don't think they do that, because I think they have more control when they play with Foden and Bernardo out wide and Kovacic, because I think it's about control for this game. So I think if you play Rodri, Bernardo,
that's a big midfield, bro.
It's going to be a narrow game if they do that.
Big midfield.
Because the thing is, Akanji will start at the right. You'll have Diaz and let me see.
Do you think Stones will make it in? Or are we believing the rumors?
Is it Akanji going to make it in?
Believe in the rumors.
Yeah, he trained. Akanji trained today.
Akanji's good. Akanji's definitely good. Yeah.
Only Walker and Stones didn't train. So if I'm looking at the back, I'm gonna go Ake.
Definitely.
It's Ake and Vardiol will start, and then you'll probably see Diaz and Akanji. So that's your back four.
Yeah.
Unless he plays Rico, I really don't see it. So I think Akanji will probably be there.
No, he'll play Ake
because he can invert.
He'll play Ake against Martinelli. Yeah, or no, Saka. Wait, Ake will be on the left and Vardiol on the right.
Ake's on the left.
Gavardiol will play center. Right. He'll actually play center back. He hasn't.
And Akanji will play right
back.
Yeah. Vardiol will play next to Diaz.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that because Martinelli on Akanji. I don't mind that.
Yeah,
I think. Stay home.
Well, I mean,
I think he's a great defender. He doesn't have the pace that Martinelli has.
That's what I'm saying. He better stay home.
Well, I mean, the thing is we can say that, but Akanji's Ake is a super smart defender. Like if we watch the season highlights of him, the guy's Mr. Consistency, and I don't think
he's solid, bro.
I think they play strategically. They always are. Teams play the counter against City. That's what they do because we play a high line. We're not Spurs high, but we play a high line. So I expect Akanji to invert. I expect to see Diaz, Gavardiol, and then you have Ake there.
Ake on the left.
And I think they may switch back and forth. Because Ake is probably better out as the fullback, but Gavardiol has been playing there, and he's a better full center back than a fullback, obviously. And I think that's the back line I would play if that's what the health issues are. And then that's my 11. And I mean, I expect Arsenal to come ready to play, and I think City respect them enough for that. And I think you said something in the chat about Stones making a comment because I forget. I think it was Rice who said, "Hey, a big game coming up," and Stones was like, "I don't know what you talking about."
I was messing with you because Stones. Oh. Yeah, it was really just a little bit of It wasn't even like a thing. It was just a.
But it's so funny because the thing about it is that you can look at it both sides. On one side, you can be like, well, he doesn't count them as a big game. But at the same time, it was City. And which means Stones literally, these guys just don't even look at the schedule. They don't look. They just like, hey, man, we got a game. We about to get up for them when we go into training. And I mean, that's if that is indeed the case, that's the one game at a time thing where we're not holding anybody higher than anybody else. We think everybody's a real opponent. And we're going to look at them as a valid opponent and play them accordingly.
Well, yeah, I mean, context aside, looking at straight statistics, like you still got to. I mean, like you're gonna have to win most of your games. City are gonna have to win at least most of their games to win the league, and that's not saying who's better, who's got the worst run in. Right. None of that. Right. To whoever's gonna win is gonna have to win at least 7, maybe even 8 games in the rest of the season. I feel like,
I mean, who has the easier run here? You?
Well, statistically, if you want to do straight statistics, average position of opponent, Arsenal have the statistical hardest.
Oh,
but it's like this. The numbers are like right next to each other. Um, I think there's tough games for everyone in the run-in. There's a lot of
Yeah.
tough games.
I mean, Pool's hardest game is the United one, I think.
Now
Pool
Spurs
have
is
some
going to be tough for him.
Pool have some interesting ones. They go to Villa and they still have to go to Fulham. And I know that doesn't sound like it's a thing, but Fulham are decent at home. They beat Arsenal at home, beat United at home. They're right now they're playing really well, so that could be a potential banana skin. I mean, and Brighton at home for Pool on Sunday, which we'll get to, could be a potential one. But yeah, I think that this game, especially if they go with the
Is worst case
lineup you're talking about there. Go ahead, X.
Is worst case scenario for you guys here with them being is a draw? Like,
No, we can lose. We can. I don't think I think it's very damaging if we do lose, obviously, but we would only be back 3 points. We would only be back 2 points of City and 3 if Liverpool beat Brighton. So we'd only still be 1 game back. So,
and there's still a lot of games left. Man.
Yeah.
9. Yeah, I mean, Tottenham have their say. They play all 3 at you.
Yeah,
I think it's more the effect, the mental effect, that it's gonna have.
That this one is gonna have to propel.
Right.
Yeah.
But also, I also will say, like, if Arsenal beat City, we are favorite.
Yeah.
To win the league for sure. But I think this game, especially if they play the formation you're talking about, Lewis, and it's kind of a narrow game, it's going to be one in who wins the second balls, the 50-50 challenges. If we're able to, because one thing about City that makes them so tough to stop them from playing out of the back, most teams are trying to progress through one guy, right? Caicedo on an island, who are we talking about? Maybe sometimes it's Indo or McAllister for Liverpool, but it's like there's one dude who's trying to progress it to the next guy. But City bring back like 2, even sometimes 3 options for Ederson.
Yes.
Yeah.
De Bruyne will come back. Silva will come back. Rodri's always there looking for the ball. So if we, our press is always designed to make the goalkeeper play it long. If we're able to suffocate KDB and Rodri, we're going to then there's so much work that's going to have to be done because we're going to then have to turn around and follow KDB to win the second ball. And one thing we haven't spoken of that's going to be key, absolute, this might be the biggest battle, the most important battle of the game, in my opinion, just based on how I think the team that wins the midfield will win this game. Willie Saliba versus Erling Haaland, Gabriel versus Erling Haaland, because Haaland is going to pick one of them.
Yep.
And try to bully one of them. That's what, when he just kind of picks the weaker, whatever he thinks is the lesser of the two.
One he thinks his skill set matches.
Yeah.
It's better, yeah.
I think he'll probably go to Gabriel just because Saliba's bigger. Is what I'm thinking. But winning that battle is going to be really big because if Haaland is just winning header after header after header, we're not going to win every single second ball.
No.
You know what I mean? So we need to make that an absolute fight. We need to piss Haaland off. We need to get him frustrated. I'm talking about like some of those darker tactics, Haaland goes up for the header, just pull his shorts down, just
Diego Costa, bro.
Yeah, just
straight
great.
Diego. Talking his ear the whole time. Pull his shorts down.
Let's get some Jamie Tart antics.
Undo his short, strap thing that's tied. Step on his shoelace if it's loose.
Yeah, man. And you know who else I want to see that from? Kai Havertz. I'm not kidding, man. I'll be disappointed if Havertz doesn't start.
Wow.
He scored again for Germany.
He always
played
scores for Germany.
He's played two good games, but he wasn't playing left back.
Yeah.
He was not playing left back. He was playing forward. He was supposed to score. He did his job. He scored. And so, yeah, I think he should he deserves to start, honestly. He's played well enough. He's done good for his nation. He's come back healthy. And also, if you'll recall, he's started up top every time we've played City since he's come to the club. And so, yeah, I expect to see some of those dark arts from him as well. Why don't you go over there and give Pep a little shove? And Arteta, if KDB wants some more, yeah, he can come back and get a shove as well. Hey, man, I expect it to be like blood up, intense, and it's going to be like it's going to get out of control because it's Anthony Taylor.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to get out of control. There's going to be there might be blood. You never know. And if Haaland gets that look in his eye.
Oh, for me, my talisman is Phil Foden. I think Foden has been in a fantastic form. And because in England, they continue to play him wherever it is they play him. He knows that his opportunity, his star, is in the club, and that Pep Guardiola, one of the best managers to ever do it, absolutely believes in him, and he has almost the full KDB license to be wherever he wants to on the field. And I think this is a huge opportunity for him. I mean, he's at home, he's super comfortable there, and I think he's going to be in rare form. He likes big games. He's a huge fan of big games. And I think he'll be there. But, I mean, I was going to say Bernardo first, but we already know what Bernardo does. Bernardo can't wait for Real Madrid to come to town. He loves these guys love the big games, which is why I think that moment fits. Now, the funny thing is Alvarez completely fits here, but he doesn't control the ball enough. And I just think in this moment where if I'm Pep, I'm picking the 11 I put out there, because I want to control it. And then what happens is that you bring Alvarez on late, and Grealish is healthy too. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's an interesting one.
I still think the lineup I'm going with is going to start, because I think Grealish comes on to kill things off.
I don't know if Jack will see the field, man. He just doesn't have
at the end, maybe in the end.
I don't know, man. He doesn't have that, the nod from the club or from Pep. Like
tell me this, X. What do you think, X? Arsenal up 1-0 in the 70th, and we've completely nullified.
I'm putting Doku on
Bernardo. We've nullified Foden.
He's way faster.
He needs something new.
Legs.
Yeah,
he's way faster. He's better on fresh legs.
Doku is super predictable now. I put Grealish in easily. Matter of fact, if I don't put Grealish in, I put Bob in. I'm just
there you go.
I'm not putting.
Well, Grealish isn't going to get the calls. That's my thing, though. Here, right? Like,
he'll get the calls. Anthony Taylor is a fraud. He'll get the calls.
Yeah, he'll get it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Anthony Taylor will get conned so easily.
Now I don't expect Grealish to score, because Jack has just been his scoring boots are.
I just
still
don't
at
see
Aston
him.
Villa.
I just don't see him hitting the field, man.
Yeah.
I think he'll play though. I think he'll come on.
Honestly, though, you said it, Lewis. This is a massive game, and your guys are going to be up for it. Bernardo Silva's going to be up for it. KDB will be up for it. They know what it's like to get up for a big game.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Martin Odegaard is going to have to be the man of the match. He's going to have to step up. And I think it's past time we put aside this minnow mentality. We put aside this pretender mentality. It's time to show up. It's time to step up and be like, yeah, you're treble winners, you're champions, but we can hang with you any day of the week. One-off game, we got you. Yes, you got Rodri, great, we got Rice. Good. You got KDB, great, we got Odegaard. Anything you can do. That's the mentality we need to come to the Etihad with. No more of this. We're scared. No more of this. We're afraid to get wrecked. No more of this. We don't want to lose. No, we need to come to win this game. Absolutely. Do what we do. Do what we've done all season. Don't let the crowd, and we'd make jokes about, it's the empty hat and there's going to be 4 fans there.
Oh, no.
Don't get it twisted. It's going to be nuts.
They'll pack this out.
It will be absolute nuts. Don't get yet. It's going to be crazy in there on Sunday. I guarantee it. And we just need to go in there and knowing, look, we beat them twice already this season. We know we can beat them. We know that what we do is good enough to win this game. We know that we are good enough to win this game. And we just got to go do it. We got to put all the rest of it aside and just go out there and do what these guys were born to do, man. Show that we've got the same quality, the same skill. We do. We've got it. It's there. We absolutely have the quality and the skill. The manager, he's grown. The players have grown. I mean, we've been here for 18 months now, and it's another chance. And there's not even as much pressure as it. Last game, it was like, last year, if you lose this game, you've lost it. It's done. There's no chance you're ever, there's not even that pressure this game. This one is more of an opportunity instead of a desperation station kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's an opportunity, a chance to be like, yeah, the Arsenal is back, and everybody should be scared. You should be worried that we're going to go on and win the league. I guarantee you, we win on Sunday, people are going to absolutely take notice. It's going to be – the YouTube world is going to flip out. People are going to freak out. The Arsenal hate's real out there, I'm telling you. But people are going to be really, really scared if we rock up there and Kai Havertz puts in that hat trick that I've been begging for.
That's not going to happen.
Mikel Arteta smug smile. Hey,
I want 2 of
hey, man.
I want 2 of
bro, look, hey, I understand. There's a time for being realistic. There's a time for some practical, objective analysis. But right now ain't it, man. Right now, it's full tribal mode. It's full. We're coming for you. We are absolutely coming for this Premier League title. It's been too long, man. It's been 20 flipping years. I'm done with it. I'm done with this pretender. I'm done with this bridesmaid. I'm done with second place. We're effing coming for you, dude. We're coming for you. 2-0 to the Arsenal. Let's go, baby. Boom.
Oh, man.
That's my prediction. Official. It's in the book.
Hey, what are the standings? What are the standings anyways? I don't even know.
2-2.
You are 2 points off the top, my friend.
And y'all are tied with Liverpool just ahead on goal difference?
No. He's talking about the standings of the the predictions league.
Yeah, I don't even know, man.
Yeah, hold on. I got you right here.
Oh, mine is 2-1. Just so you know, it's 2-1 City.
You're 2-1 to City.
It's 2-2.
2-2.
I think y'all open the door wide open for Poole just a clap retirement tour all the way down to a.
X is really on that, man. He's so.
I'm telling you, bro. I felt the wrath of it firsthand. So will you.
Hey, man. Well, they lost another cup, so I mean, that United.
That's because that's that United have to give them a bone because they're just still relevant somehow.
Oh wow. Okay.
There we are.
Make me a massive comeback on you. Holy cow.
I don't know about massive. I'm not there yet. I'm still 12 points back.
That's not that bad. We were like 20 points back there a couple weeks ago.
But he's right there. He's right there underneath Patrick. For all those listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all other platforms out there, Patrick's still in the lead at 301. My man Nez at 299 caught him up. I myself am on 287, and Xavier's on 260. coming back as
It's all them
well.
Chelsea heart picks, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, all them Chelsea heart picks. Absolutely.
Gotta stop it, man.
I can't. I won't. Just ban us already, so the bleeding stops, please. That's all.
2027, you have new leadership.
Yeah, you got to 2027. I want to talk about that. I definitely want to get to that, but
bro, we're
but yeah, I think that this game, man, I'm so pumped. I'm so excited about the weekend. It's time, dude. It's simply time that we.
I don't even know what other games are on this weekend. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's the only game I
know. Segues are really weird. Right before the game, Liverpool are hosting Brighton.
They're gonna get smashed.
Right before our game.
What Brighton is going to show up, man?
That's the question.
The lackadaisical De Zerbi hasn't been in their ear for 3 weeks.
Oh no! Smashed. So you're calling a smashing.
They're getting smoked on.
Like 4-1, bro.
Hold on, man.
Is that your prediction?
I gotta look. No, I gotta look now, man.
Yes,
holy crap, dude! That's that. I don't know about all that.
They're gonna get.
Hold on.
Smashed.
I mean, if we follow the trend,
smashed potatoes, bro.
Brighton have won their last 2, and Liverpool lost their last one, and then their form in their last 3 games is draw, win against nobody, and a loss.
Their injuries are starting to come back. Mo's now full because he wasn't full to begin with. Now he is. He's had enough time.
He should be. Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, they're gonna straight.
It was 3-3. It was 3-3 last season. This fixture was 3-3 last season. Old Trossard.
Brighton was a
Leandro Trossard with a couple of goals.
Brighton was a different beast last season, though, man.
I got a draw on this one, man.
No way.
I think it's a 2-2 draw, man.
No.
If these two draw, if Poole and Brighton draw 2-2, what does it vamp up any pressure on Arsenal City?
I think it'll make the game even better.
Yeah.
I think it'll make it even better because of that.
Yeah. I think that.
I think it's the exact. I don't know, man. If Poole win, it puts the pressure on Arsenal to like, oh no, we have to win the 3 to keep up because they're only.
We gotta win anyway, man.
I mean, I get that.
Well, I mean,
I get that.
Looking at the stats, like Brighton haven't scored in 3 away matches, and they've scored 2 goals in their last 5. It's just something that but the point that you made is the only reason I'm even giving that. I think Liverpool should win, but I got 2-2 because it's been a long break since they've been in league competition. I think that'll help them wash a lot of that stuff off.
They won their last 2. No one from Liverpool. Like
Luis Diaz was tearing it up, bro.
That's what.
I'm just looking at it here.
Van Dijk. I watched Van Disney get beat by old Kai Havertz. King Kai.
Van Disney didn't act like he wanted to play this. Yeah.
King Kai dunking on old Van Disney, bro.
None of them wanted to play, man. Nobody wanted to play.
That's true.
Yeah, I got a 2-2, man. I mean,
I hope, man. Yeah.
I feel like Brighton is. Well, I think this is the business end of the season where De Zerbi is absolutely trying to get another job. There's a lot of jobs open out there. There's a rumor that I said that Xabi is not going to leave Leverkusen, which I called that months ago. I was like, he's going to. Why would
stay?
It doesn't make sense to leave. So I mean, they're young, they just walked. Yeah, man, I stay, especially since Bayern is going to be in flux. I'd stay, and good to hear he's staying. I didn't think Liverpool really had a chance at him. So I think he'll stay there, which makes the Liverpool situation more dire because they're number 1 target, and I would say he's probably a lot of people's number 1 target. He's not going to be there, and so De Zerbi is really looking like, hey, man, you took a big guy out of the pool. So that means I'm the big guy. So he just has to show up. He doesn't have to even win this game. If he can get if he can get 1 point at Anfield, and it looks like they're kind of going back to where they were, I think this raises his stock. So I think for that,
that's a good point.
We all know Stevie G's heading back to the.
Please!
Do you think he's going to be the manager?
Please let that happen.
Is he
yeah. He's
No,
coaching in Saudi. He is.
Saudi, yeah, but no, he's not.
That would be as epic as Graham Potter to Manchester United.
Yo, I want that so bad, so
I
bad.
can't.
Please.
So who would take the Liverpool job? That's a really interesting. I
That's
don't know who.
that's
who
now
would be
it's
the guy.
Amaron at in Spain, or is he's in Portugal? The Benfica coach, Amaron.
I don't
Or
know.
is,
Like,
or is it the Girona? Or am I thinking of the Girona coach?
Do they swoop Tuchel?
TT
TT.
at Liverpool.
Being-
There's no way, dude.
Being
No
honest,
way.
just for profile, I would
Jose.
consider him.
No, God, please, no.
If Jose goes to Pool,
I can't see
Jose did say, dude, recently Jose did say he was keeping, like, he wants to get back at a club this summer, which that job opens. He is saving his profile for a high profile club, and he wants to come back to England. His home's in England. Like, his main house is in London. I mean, granted, it's Liverpool,
I'm throwing
but not London,
stuff out there, I'll go with Tuchel to Liverpool, and I would go with Jose to Bayern.
Oh my God. Bro.
Jose to Bayern.
If Jose goes to Bayern and wins the
I love it.
Champions League,
I love it.
he would
I
have
love
won
it.
in Spain.
one of the greatest ever.
England. Oh,
4 continents, wins a Champions League on 4 continents. That's impressive. That's
I believe
crazy.
that.
Yeah, that would be nuts. So you think Jose can tackle the Leverkusen? That's
so.
giant. That's
Jose
growing.
knows how to run a marathon.
Well-
Like, that's the one thing about Jose. He knows how to run a marathon.
In addition to that, like, when players don't like Jose, like, Bayern profile players understand who Jose is. They're not going to be like, well, we don't like Jose. That's different than not liking Tuchel, right? Because Jose doesn't do the whole he doesn't do what Tuchel has done with the stuff. Jose is like very direct. Tuchel is sort of like that indirect guy, and that these guys.
That's
these
wild
like
to me. That's
They
what's
don't like
wild to me about Bayern's situation, right, with Tuchel. Tuchel aims to be a likable manager. Tuchel wants to play around with his guys. Tuchel wants to have fun training sessions. Tuchel wants to have the guys be.
And Bayern's about business, man.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Is I think, but that again, and Jose said this as well. There are some places where you go and you are the manager, the sporting director. You have control. You have, the ability to make these. There's no hard set lines for your position. Whereas he's gone to other clubs and it's been, this is your role. You do not step out of it. If you do, no one's going to listen because that's not your job. And managers like him and Tuchel, and I would say even Pep, and yeah, dude, it's like they have to have that free reign essentially, or that I need this creative mentality around what I'm trying to do here to make it work. And if you don't let me do that, I can't do my job effectively. So therefore, it's not going to work.
See, that's your reasoning on what Tuchel is why he makes him a good complement or replacement for Klopp.
Right.
It fits
Klopp's
the profile,
joyous and fun
exactly.
and play around. Right.
I can see him in a Liverpool hat right now because he likes to wear hats. Just literally
likes his hats. Yeah.
Oh, and he's German. It's the perfect segue in. One maestro for the other, and absolutely just.
Yeah.
Well, as far as De Zerbi's, his audition on Sunday, I think it's going to be high scoring. I think it'll be back and forth. I'm just hoping that the proper Brighton shows up. Yeah, I hear the 2-2. I definitely would love to see the 2-2. I just have zero faith in Brighton. They let Romelu Lukaku get praise against them.
I mean, but Lukaku in Italy is like a legitimate striker.
Lukaku anywhere but
Chelsea, yes.
But the Prem, yeah.
But the Prem,
no, not the Prem, because he was good at Everton. So
was he
Everton?
Was he good at United? I don't know about all that.
Like Everton was the last. Like
okay, Everton. Okay, yeah, but that was 15 years ago.
Hey man,
that's when Everton was decently.
Everton was 8th place then. Like we.
Right?
Hey, but he was decent.
He was putting in goal.
But for these reasons, I think Pool are going to be too much. 3-1. As much as I hate it,
bro.
As much as I hate it.
Game opens up to be ping pong. It's over for Brighton.
Yeah, it's over. It's not going to be great.
Mo Salah hat trick. just dunked on.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hope that De Zerbi can do something and maybe give a nice little audition for FSG and get himself a new gig. Absolutely, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. And speaking of doubts, big doubts, Chelsea hosting Burnley.
The only thing in doubt is our starting lineup because we don't know who's injured yet.
Like, why is everybody injured at Chelsea? What is going on there, man?
Bro, it's shameful.
Everybody.
I'd be injured too. I'd be like, you know what? I'm injured this season. I don't know what's wrong, but my leg's tweaked, man. I'm good.
My legs definitely hurt playing for Poch. That's for sure. Oh my goodness gracious! So it was Ogachukwu. Who all went down today? It was Trevor,
Ugachukwu, and Sanchez.
Oh,
Thank
well,
God.
I mean, that's not that big of a
loss.
loss.
If he can't get picked, that means he can't mess up. I'm fine with that.
Oh, God.
I'm fine with that.
That's not nice.
John Terry does a better job in goal than Robert Sanchez. Period.
Hey, man, I've seen video footage. There's Joga Bonito footage of Wayne Rooney killing it in the goal. Just saying.
Period.
Sign the man up.
I'm okay. Robert Sanchez, I'm fine. Trevor's I'm not upset by it because he's been hurt so long.
But Colwell, I mean, who's playing center back? Colwell's not in.
Silva's back. So
you're just lucky that David Datro Fofana can't play against you guys.
And against Burnley, I think Silva would be all right. Colwell's still questionable. Disasi, I think, will probably get the start again.
Will it be Disasi? Axel Disaster.
Disaster with the
fox
goal.
In the box himself.
The one with the cannon? The one with the absolute cannon that hits him from 35 out on his own goal?
Oh, my God.
That guy right
the fox in the wrong box. He's the fox in the wrong box.
Wrong box, my guy.
Oh, my
God. He saw
God.
Sanchez and was like, wait, that's not our keeper, and ripped one. And he's like, no, wait, that is our
If
keeper.
I'm Sanchez, I'm probably I'm probably having a word. A strong word. There might be some fisticuffs. Like, what are you doing?
Dude, bro. He laced that thing. Anyway. He laced that
thing. Dude.
Hey. But yeah, I think that's kind of
that's promising. He gets the start after that. That's great.
Yeah, Cucurella probably honestly gets the nod.
Chilwell was awful for England, so yeah, I get it.
But Cuckoo's been in form. He's played his position well. He's not getting he gets bullied so easy. But I don't.
He had one game. He was back one game.
I don't see this happening against Burnley though. He was back 2 games.
2? Okay.
Cuckoo went back to back, and he did well, and then he scored in the second.
Yeah.
So well, I mean, it's a tap in, but hey.
Yeah.
Take it. But it's better than getting ripped down by your hair.
Yeah. Every time he plays, I feel like that could still happen.
Yeah, same. The problem is
they're not getting sent off for it.
Yeah. And then causing our managers to get in a fight. I don't know, man. It's fine. But then obviously Malagusto has the right slotting. There's no place I think it's business as usual with the midfield. It'll be Enzo
Connor again.
Enzo, Caicedo, Connor. I love Connor, man. Y'all hate on
I
Connor.
get it.
I love Connor.
It works. I get it, and that's fans love it when a player works for the shirt.
The fact they're gonna sell him is just so disheartening, man.
Have you heard about these people rolling around in T-shirts that say if you sell Connor, we'll burn the club down or something like that?
That's what you're doing. It's what we're doing.
Oh, Lewis, have you not heard about this? There's a huge divide amongst the Chelsea fan base right now. There's a big divide amongst the Chelsea fan base.
Burn the club.
No,
well, yeah, it's like there's people that are like, trust the process. It's not Poch's fault. It's Clear Lake. It's Bowley. It's all this. And then there are people.
Why they put it out and said Bowley wouldn't be there in 2027?
They're trying to smooth things over.
They put that out because the supporters people, because the supporters club trust people or whatever, the official supporters people sent a strongly worded letter, and so they're responding to this strongly worded letter from the supporters club people that they're miffed that the ticket prices are going up, which is what started this whole thing.
No excuse, because they have to meet fan.
Because Chelsea have and you can check my numbers if you feel like it, but I've heard that there's roughly a $300,000 deficit that Chelsea are going to have to overturn in their spending because the Premier League is putting in a new rule about spending. You can only spend 70% of your turnover on players, transfers, salaries, whatever. And apparently, based on the books that Chelsea have just put out, because the quarterly reports in England were just put out like last week, based on these reports, Chelsea are spending like 140% of their income on transfers and wages and agent fees and all this.
They're 8-year deals, right? You can I don't know.
So
they're 8-year deals when you sign 16 of them. When you sign 16 8-year deals, it doesn't matter if they're 8-year deals, Todd.
So I'm saying, quick, fast, and in a hurry, they're going to have to turn this around, which is in part why they've increased the ticket prices.
Right. So we're in 11th. They're going to increase ticket sales. I hear you. If I lived in London, I would literally be I would have the Molotov cocktail all but lit in my hand outside the bridge, bro. We need a new stadium anyway. That's all I'm saying. We need a new stadium anyway, man. Right? That's insurance. Anyway.
It's not a good situation, man. You know those emojis, the emojis of the dumpster fire that I've been putting in the chat? That's very accurate.
And I love how when Todd came in, I literally was like, he's a clown. And then literally this year in the stands, they post the clown show posters in the bridge, left to right in the stands, posting them on the way out of the bridge, talking about Clown Lake, and have them all dressed as clowns because that's what they are, man. When you hire a CEO that wants to treat their fans like customers and not fans, that's an issue. When you bleed this club for the money that it can make and you don't want to pour in the title-winning DNA, that's an issue. When you want to get rid of our academy players and don't want to extend their contracts, people who actually love and want to die for this club, that's a problem.
He's around until 2027. Don't worry.
I said it when it happened. This started the first domino that really was Tuchel. The next one was when they barred Mason Mount out of re-signing any contract because they have to make money. They're going to do the same thing to Connor, and it's leading the sheep to slaughter. You want to lose the DNA of Chelsea? Start rating the academy the way we have, and you won't have a Chelsea. You won't have Cobham. Cobham won't be what Cobham is if you start doing what you are doing right now. Cobham is undoubtedly the best academy in the Premier League, bar none, period.
I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, like I said in the chat, it's a Ted Lasso situation. The FA absolutely hates Chelsea, and so they just want Roman to have to watch it burn.
Yeah.
And so they brought in some stupid American to run things.
Roman's laughing his way all the way to the bank because when the FA made him sell, he had 3 British bidders, and he was like, "You're never going to get your hands on Chelsea. Watch this. I'm going to bring in this American clown and make y'all all look dumb because you're going to lose."
He can't be excited, though.
You're going to lose one of the biggest clubs in the Premier League, period.
You know that Roman loves Chelsea, so he can't be excited about he can't be. Just because he forgave a bunch of their debt, like they owed him billions of dollars, and he forgave it all.
$1 billion of debt.
So he can't be excited about what he's seeing.
See, what they're gonna do is they're gonna get a guy named Abraham Manro, and he's going to buy the club, and he's going to be from Switzerland with Eastern Bloc genes, and then everything will be fine. Everything will be fine.
Well,
yes, seems plausible to me.
And that's the thing. Is it at what breaking point did this happen? I don't see Clear giving the club or putting the club up for sale. I don't see a white and knight
make
shining armor coming and buying us. That's the problem. Is the Chelsea fans? You won't think you will not make money. You will not make money on this club running it this way.
Well, they can't sell it for like they can't really ask for anything less than what they paid because they haven't increased the value. They've incurred more
Right.
debt.
They've decreased. If anything, they have decreased the stock and value that Chelsea has brought to the Premier League.
And this is where, as much as we can throw salt at United, even though the Glazers have literally just pulled the money out and just not spent and used the stock market to make all their money off of the team. What they have done is they've taken care of the fans, even though the fans hate them. They've put stuff there for the fans to at least root behind. They've spent money, and they've gotten doppelganger clone guys, but they've tried, right? In that essence, they've picked very poor managers. But I mean, they got the Pep knockoff, the Holland knockoff. I mean, you go after what it is, but United has never lost.
Bernardo knockoff. They got everybody, bro.
but the thing, if you think about it, but they've consistently increased the value of the club, which means they understand the big picture. And when they brought in Sir Jim, I can't remember his last name. Ratcliffe. I mean, obviously bringing him in also shows the valuation. So as much as people, I mean, and I get United fans because of the pedigree that they're used to having. As far as the actual business side, they've been bang on. Like they've been bang on running the club. And so you really have to look at Chelsea and the ownership that's there and say, well, I mean, okay, you can suck at the transfers, but are you running the club well to make money? And they're not. They're not making money. They haven't increased the value of the club. And this is where, Abraham Manro should just definitely come in with magic lottery winning money.
Roman, I will be whatever it is.
Yeah. X can be the face.
I will be
Patsy, absolutely.
Patsy, you need, bro. I will go get a passport.
We can name him Patsy. We'll even change his name to Patsy.
You can send me the information in a little fruit cup every week, and it's in my lunch. I'll read it.
Pigeon flies in, like some carrier pigeons.
Oh my goodness.
They're gonna implant an earpiece like in his ear canal.
That's fine, bro. I'll give you a backdoor to my iPhone. I don't care. But honestly, like if it all goes down, yes, I mean, back to the game, I do think we're gonna beat Burnley. I think, this season we're going to be mid-table mafia. At the end of the day, man, with where we're at, with everything's going down the pipe, I think Jake's ultimately, and the saddest thing is, I think they're right. I think the FA is not going to stop because they hated us and they hate what Roman turned the financial issues in the Premier League into, because what Roman did sparked your City. What Roman did sparked your Newcastle.
Let's not be disingenuous. Arsenal struggled through the 20s. Put in a ton we were the first club to do it. Put in a ton of money in the 30s and essentially bought a decade's worth of success. So this whole I'm sick of this idea
I'm saying
that you just straight up buy success. I understand that money goes a really, really, really long way in the game. But you still have to go win all the games. Like you still have to. And the best case in point is City pump in tons of money, and they've been well run for years, and they've been successful for years and years and years. Bowley comes in, pumps in just as much money, but he's impatient.
Yep.
They're not running the club well. They're expecting success way too soon. They've put all their money and eggs into a basket that has not ever been proven to work, and no, it's not going to work. And so it's the same amount of money. They've spent roughly similar amounts of money.
Yeah, because Roman did it right.
It proves that money just can't buy. It just proves that money doesn't equal success.
Your clubs did it right. Boyley did it wrong.
Money doesn't equal success.
Are you serious?
Your clubs did it.
The London Cowboys have clearly shown us that money does not equal success.
If you give Thomas Tuchel the $1 billion spending window that you have, if you give a respectable manager, if you hire from the top down,
you're far better than you
hire from the top down like Arsenal did when y'all had the money, like City did when they came in with the money, and you hire respectable people to run your ship, yeah, you're going to actually have a ship that runs correctly. You hire a clown like Graham Potter after firing Thomas Tuchel, this is what you end up with. When you hire Pochettino and you have to bring in a club legend so the fans don't absolutely burn the bridge down last season, this is what you end up with. You are a clown. You will be a clown. These owners are a clown. And God forbid they actually ban this club, because that's what we deserve. Because if you look at what Roman did cut corners. And I do not doubt that Roman did balance the books out of his own pocket because he had the money to do so. No one at Chelsea was worried about making balance, selling transfers, selling Cobham students or Cobham Academy grads. They weren't worried about this because he would cut the check at the end of the day.
You were winning.
He would cut the check at the end of the day, and we had the winnings from tournament winnings to balance our books normally. And if something in the back office wasn't right, Roman would come in. He'd land the jet at Cobham. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. Here's a fat check to fix it. You fix it, or you're fired, and you'll be in Siberia next week. That's why
I brought it up in the chat that the thing about Bowley being around till 2027. I know Patrick said that that was the plan. That is the contract.
Or 7
years
or whatever it is.
Yeah. I'm saying you don't want to do something sooner?
Can't. And it's going to
you can't. You don't need it.
The rotation of owner, the rotation of chairman is between the owners. All it's going to do.
So what do we do? Just dance around the dumpster fire like wild Indians? You're just gonna. Nothing's going to change. It's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yep. Until
how is that acceptable? How can any smart business group accept that? Clear Lake has to take a step back. Clear Lake has to take a step back and be like, this dude's an ignoramus. What are we doing here?
Because they're not after winning. They're after buying these clubs like they did with the Dodgers. They're after money. They're after making us customers.
I don't care what Saudi Arabian state. I don't care what nation state comes in to buy your team. The best way to make money is to win.
No,
that is the best way to be a successful club financially. Win.
They'll never see that $6 billion.
Win.
I'm convinced they'll never see that $6 billion.
Well, I'm gonna throw my prediction in there.
If they're losing the fans now, what happens when we don't win this cup? What happens when we come in 10th and we don't have anything to show for it, and then we get hit with FFP? We start hitting deductions. We start hitting bans. We start uncovering the books.
Relegation.
Dude, if they open those books, I'm actually worried about what Roman and Marino truly did. Because honestly, that is worrying.
Oh yeah, it's over. Here comes a 50-point deduction.
She knows not to. She knows not to open her mouth.
I'm gonna give you a score for the game since we got it. I won't. I don't.
2-1.
2-1 Chelsea. I'm
going 2-1 to the Chelsea.
Burnley has beaten Chelsea one time. The record is 10 wins, 4 draws, and 1 win. And the 1 win was in London, and it was a 3-2 game. So Burnley can't win without score a bunch of goals. I don't see it happening this time. I got a 3-1 for Chelsea.
3-1 for the Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah, I definitely think that.
Give a piece. We'll give a corner. We'll give a free kick.
You're not going to mark the back post?
Cuckoo might mark the back post. Cuckoo will mark the back post.
Maybe he was only showing up for that one game.
Maybe he just wanted his. Yeah.
He needed to be impressed because it's my first game back. I'll mark the back post today.
I'll mark the back post today.
Yeah, I just think Burnley aren't good, man. They're not. I think that despite Chelsea's struggles, and despite, we're really not sure what Poch is gonna do, what we're gonna see on I think it's Saturday.
It'll be Jackson, Palmer, Sterling. That's all.
I still think it's 2-1 Chelsea. You gotta win this one. You gotta get this one over the line for sure.
I can't wait.
For sure.
I can't wait.
Chelsea. It's gonna be I don't know, man. I think that if you guys are just gonna have to win, Burnley give you the ball in dangerous spots on the field, because that will happen. Palmer, let's hope. Let's hope.
Is that what I'm seeing?
No one's frozen. He's just
Jake's frozen because I don't see Jake moving.
No, Jake's. We're just chilling.
Can you see me now?
Oh, okay. I see. Because I saw X moving. I didn't see you anymore.
Oh no,
I got all the moves.
We're posting up.
I'm marking the back post. That's what I'm doing.
He's Cucurella marking the back post.
The back post. No, but I think that the likes of Palmer and, for the love of God, Raheem Sterling, please finish.
Why, out of everyone, and you know what? I'm just going to say it. Out of everyone who could be injured at the club,
Why is Sterling healthy? He's healthy.
Why?
Available every game.
Mudryk
He doesn't get called to the national team. So
It's the best ability, man.
Deserves to start, and that is so insulting to him to not put him on that field for 70 minutes. It is a
got the win for Ukraine.
He got the win for Ukraine. He bangs in the winning goal for us because he stole it from Connor.
Well, the predicted lineup for Chelsea, as I look at it, is Jackson. You got Palmer, Gallagher, Mudryk, Caicedo, Fernandez, Gusto, Dicey, Silva, and Cucurella.
That's what I said, man. With Petra in the back.
Petrovic in the back.
With Petr Cech. Which version of Petr Cech in the back, man?
the Make-A-Wish version of Petr Cech.
The Temu version of Petr Cech.
It's Temu. Oh my God, yeah, but man, you all have to. Man, this would be an embarrassment and a disgrace and a nightmare.
Honestly, at this point, I honestly want to see the alternate reality where we lose this game and watch the fans just absolutely.
The bridge will literally burn. London Bridge is falling down.
Falling down, bro.
Oh my God, that would be mayhem.
If I didn't love the club so much, I truly would.
We interrupt your program for a special news bulletin. London Bridge is falling down.
Xavier's not a terrorist in England because London Bridge has fell down. Yes.
Oh my God.
He's crashed the Man United bus straight into the.
You hijacked the Man U bus just so you could crash it into the bridge. Well, segues are really weird. Speaking of Manchester United, they are away to Brentford.
Go Bees, baby.
This week.
Go Bees.
Oh, God. Oh, man. Yeah. This one's an interesting one for me because Man U coming off the back of a win in the FA Cup, but will it persist through the international break, or will they be back to the good old sit and counter away to everybody that we know and love from old Ten Hag?
It's sit and counter.
Against Brentford, who are atrocious right now, who are not good.
Haven't won in 6 attempts, haven't kept the clean sheet in 6 matches.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. I know, Los, you got to get going, so you go ahead and go first. Give us this one.
I actually think that it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
Nice.
I don't think Brentford is good, but I do think that United are just so suspect. And I just like Rashford has been like that. The number of chances he missed in the last game. That, I mean, yes, he got what they needed, but he was so off it. And I just look at like just how they're inconsistent. And this game is on the road. I look at, X was talking about the injury list for Chelsea. The United injury list is pretty long too. It's pretty long.
Yeah.
Too. And so
they have Kobe Mainu, the greatest center defensive the greatest 18-year-old that's ever played the game. Just listen to Anton Ferdinand, West Ham's finest.
My goodness.
The greatest 18-year-old player to ever lace up his boots, Kobe Mainu.
Really?
Look, man, look. I know Man United fans get out of control pretty much always with their hype, but the Kobe Mainu hype is ridiculous. It's absolutely and utterly redonkulous. The man has played the kid has played 23 games. And all of a sudden, he's a shoo-in to start for England at the Euros.
Ballon d'Or, bro. Just sign
all of a sudden, he's a shoo-in for Young Player of the Season. He's played 4 games this season.
Golden Boy.
Can we please calm down with this?
No.
Come on. Like, he's good. He's been impressive.
No.
But like, is he Iniesta? Is he
This
Xavi?
goes-
Jesus.
But this goes to the marketing genius that is Man United. If
Oh,
Chelsea
here we
had the
go.
same kind of marketing genius that Man United has, every single player that breathes air on the Man United team is the greatest player to ever do.
No, we'll just sell Connor to him for 60 mil and just give our club away. That's all we're gonna do.
There you go. Yep.
And
Nope,
then
there
Connor
you go.
will be the greatest player ever to breathe air.
Connor will automatically be promoted to best player of all time. He'll win the Ballon d'Or, that's for sure.
Everything. Because it's
For
United.
sure. Yeah. For sure, absolutely. Oh,
I hate you
yeah.
so much.
Damn.
I'm
I
going
think
B's. I'm going B's 1-0, bro.
we pissed him off.
I'm going B's 1-0.
We pissed him off. That's awesome.
I
My
can't
man
sleep.
Tony.
I
My
can't.
man Ivan Tony.
Oh, for sure.
He's
he gets one.
He's back. He's back betting on himself. He was betting on the college basketball. Clemson just got the win. Tony's happy, but now he's back betting on himself to get another PK goal.
Tyvan Oni or whatever it is.
Yeah, Tyvan Ione.
Tyvan Ioni.
Tavon Ione, yeah.
Tyvan Ioni.
Yep,
Bet on the
yep.
basketball game.
Absolutely. I definitely think it's going to be a tough one for United. I definitely think Tony will score. But Brentford are so injury-ridden, man. They've not been good. Any adversity in the game, they fold like a lawn chair. 2-1 United. As much as I hate it.
Gentlemen, I appreciate y'all. I will be in here for sure, back to normal on Monday.
Absolutely, man. Always a pleasure, of course.
Get them likes up, people. Get them likes up.
Get the likes up on the video. And we're coming for you, Lewis. We're coming for you on Sunday.
Well, you enjoy your trip.
Yeah, good one. All right, man.
All right.
Well, yeah, there you have it. I'm definitely enjoying the trip on Sunday. But we ourselves, we can take a trip. Where do you want to go next? Spurs. Hosting Luton.
Spurs.
Hosting the Luton Town Mad Hatters.
Honestly, I need Luton to knock Spurs off here a little. Only because Spurs have such a say. Like, all the Spurs fans are like, oh, we have a say on who wins the league. Bro, I want y'all to lose every single one of those games. I want y'all to lose.
You know they're back to back to back, too. Did you know that?
It's back to back. Yeah, I want y'all to lose.
Back. It's like 3 and 4 games they play all the three title contenders.
Of the top title contenders.
Of course, that's gonna be great.
Oh, Spurs have a say. No, you don't. No, you're about to get ran on that.
You have a say in getting wrecked 3 times.
You have a say I'm giving 9 points away.
Oh my God! Unfortunately, though, I don't think it's this week.
For the predictions league.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening this week.
Not this week. Yeah, Spurs.
Or Luton.
Spurs 2-0, man.
Spurs 2, just 2.
Just 2.
Yeah, I think they're going to give a goal. Honestly, I think the crossing abilities that Luton have can really cause problems.
Yeah.
Mickey van der Ven, I think, is still out, so it'll be Dragusin in there, and he was atrocious last time out versus Fulham. But again, who knows how the break is going to affect people? Who knows how people will come back? I expect Luton will probably be nice and rested, but still, I'm going 3-1 Spurs. As much as I hate it, you never like picking Spurs to win, but
no,
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Speaking of tough, I think we could go to Villa hosting the wandering Wolves of Wolverhampton, who wander and are wolves, but they're wandering. Keep on. Tell me how you really feel. All right.
Keep wandering.
Yeah, man. This one tricky because Wolves, Villa definitely have good home form and they're tough to beat at home, but Wolves is like they're such an enigma always.
Right.
You just don't know who's going to show up. I think Neto might actually be back fully fit. I'm not sure. He's been battling an injury, but again, this long break might have brought him back. I still got Villa, though. Yeah, John McGinn was... I mean, Scotland, he wasn't great for Scotland. He was all right. They had a tough time of it, Scotland, in the break, to be honest with you. But I think he'll be back raring to go. Ollie Watkins will be looking to prove a point after struggling a bit in that game.
Yep.
That was the first game versus
That was-
Germany. Who'd y'all play first? Brazil, yeah.
Brazil.
Struggled a bit versus Brazil. So he'll be looking to prove something, you know.
Shocked me, really. Like, in all honesty, shocked that, I mean, well, we already went over it, but yeah.
I mean, it was I mean, nobody was great in that game, to be honest with you, you know. But yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be a good game. You know, this might be a barnstormer. It might be back and forth. I'm going 3-2 to the Villains. Yeah. I gotta make sure I'm putting in the right column on my spreadsheet.
Villa 3-2.
Yeah.
That's a decent pick. I don't think there's gonna be that many goals in here. I don't think Wolves are gonna score that much.
No?
I don't.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm gonna go Villa 2-0. I think they're gonna score, lock it down.
Yeah, I can see that because I have seen Wolves put in some lifeless performances.
Astonishing performances.
Yeah, man. Their game against Coventry was hard to watch until the very end, you know, when it kind of popped into life. But yeah, they have a stinker in them, but they do have some quality on the field. João Gomez, of course. Sarabia has been playing well, so I still think Villa will just have too much for them. But
I do as well.
Let's see here. What else we got? Ooh, West Ham traveling to St. James's Park. Could be an interesting one. Antonio's back looking strong.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a question of both.
It's at
right?
home. It's at home.
Question
We
of
know what
both,
Newcastle's going to show up
That's
at
what
home.
I'm saying. It's a
though.
question of both. Which West Ham's going to show up as well? Like,
No, I think both teams will probably be at this one. Paqueta looked decent for Brazil. You know, I think Bowen. Did Bowen get in for England? Did Bowen get a chance for England? No, that sucks.
I don't recall it.
Yeah. But I think West Ham will. I think they'll struggle. I think Anthony Gordon, Isak, Almiron. I think they'll be up for it. Guimaraes looked decent for Brazil as well, so he'll be boosted, confident after that. I really hate Newcastle a lot, and I would love to tell you that I think they're going to lose this game.
I'm going to go 1-1.
Ooh, spicy. I like draws.
Both big. Both can play a lot of brute defense.
Yep. West Ham will bring a second goalkeeper.
West Ham gets 2 goalkeepers, so it's because they're at home. So
yeah, I don't know. I think there could be 10 minutes of blitzkrieg where West Ham just crumble. I'm going 3-1 to the tune. Newcastle.
I mean, yeah, they just have a lot of threats heading up, but
yeah, I think the basketball referees got this one handled.
Keep track of the possession.
Yeah. Speaking of having it handled, Fulham going to Sheffield 4-0.
4-0.
There's not even an analysis. Fulham 4-0.
William breaks a record here. Scores 6 goals 1 game. It's
this is going to be a bloodbath. Fulham are playing well.
2-0 Fulham just because they turn off. They get control, they turn off.
Yeah, absolutely. Sheffield are trash. And for the Cup Chasers weekly betting corner, bet against Sheffield.
Yeah, if there's any money, if you have to bet 1,000 to make 25 cents,
bet against Sheffield. They won't win.
They're going down.
All right. This moment brought to you by the Sheffield Blades. Oh my God. And that just leaves 2 very big games, at least important for the teams involved. Bournemouth hosting Everton at the bottom.
It's a big game.
In a 6-pointer.
But this has my 0-0 written all over it.
It's the 0-0 of the week.
0-0 of the week.
Couple of teams who struggle
It's the
mightily
blind
in
leading
front of the net.
blind.
I think Dominic Golenke might pull one out. I'm going 1-0 to the Cherries. Everton are not great, and they're awful on the road. They really are. Bournemouth are they had a good spell, and then they've kind of fallen off, but I still think they can pull this one out. Yeah, I'm going 1-0. Dominic Golenke. Maybe he'll win a penalty. Maybe he'll little moment of madness. Maybe Jefferson Lerma with another hyper beam. Who knows? Yeah. And then that just leaves the Trees. Nottingham Forest are hosting Crystal Palace. This might be a 0-0. This might be the 0-0 of the week. Ooh. I'm going 1-1.
I'll go Palace 1-0.
Really?
Yeah.
That is a bold prediction.
That's a bold prediction.
That's a bold prediction. I'm not gonna lie. Forest do not give up many goals at home.
I'm gonna go Palace 1-0, man.
The Palace are trash, and Forest don't give up many goals. You know what? I'm changing my prediction. 1-0 Forest. You talked me into it, man.
That's how I did it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you talked me into that one.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude. I just think that Palace are in a bad way. Eze will have to do something magical, and maybe Elise will be back and they'll have a better chance. But I don't see it, man. I don't see it. I definitely think that Forest will handle business at home. All right. I do want to, if you want, we can go ahead and talk more trash about Southgate.
Yes, always.
The 2-2 versus Belgium was just terrible.
Terrible.
And Southgate needed Bellingham to save him once again.
Wonder kid. Generational talent.
I'm worried for the Euros for you guys, man.
If it's any reflection on how this went, it's going to be bad. These boys, and it's, it's so weird for me because it's like I don't want to say that they can't play together, they don't want to, but that's how the break looked. But the World Cup didn't look like that.
Right.
They had some camaraderie there. There was some, give it for the Gipper, but at least a badge. But man, like this international break, it looked, and I'll say it, I think all of them are in these runs and in important positions to where they truly were disinterested.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of them were so disinterested, except for Bellingham because Real's, Real. So he's like, I'll show up.
Yeah, Real's
I'll hit one and look great because I'm already great. Here I am. Yeah, like, come on, man.
I really honestly think it's a tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy what's happening to the England team because once again, and it's almost lucky. It feels almost, and I know it's because the Premier League. It's because the league is so strong, and English kids want to play in the Premier League. Of course, everybody wants to play for Madrid or used to be Barcelona or whatever. But lots and lots of footballers around the world are like, yeah, Premier League. I want to play in the Premier League.
I would play for Sheffield, bro. I wouldn't care.
And so the English kids, lots of them want to stay at home, right? And so the core of English talent that continues to come through, it's like a cycle, right?
Right.
It was the class of 92. And then you added Lamps and Terry and Gerrard. Excuse me. And some some of those other guys. And then it's come around again. And this crop of players could be even better than that, maybe.
Yep.
And to think that it's boring, it's sedentary, it's I think really just stop with the double pivot nonsense. Blitzkrieg teams. Why not go out and I know it's not because it's not Southgate. It's not Southgate. I understand that.
Right.
Not ever, even ever, not at Southampton, not at Middlesbrough, not anywhere has Southgate ever been, let's put it down, let's shove it down people's throats. That's not been his strategy. But you have the team, you have the players to absolutely run roughshod over anyone.
Everybody.
Why this team doesn't win? Why this team doesn't win 5-0?
I'm playing Liverpool. I'm playing Saka. I'm playing Foden. I'm playing Kane. I'm playing Rashford. I'm playing Bellingham and Rice, and then have the rest.
Why y'all don't win 5-0 every game is shocking.
To me.
It's a stop. Y'all really should absolutely run over everyone with the firepower.
Yep.
And it doesn't even like drop off on the bench either. Nope. You know, you can bring on if the guys you were talking started, you said started, you still have Grealish.
You have Tony.
You still have Ivan Tony, Ollie Watkins. You know, you still have a just ridiculous amount of talent to come in. You got Kobe Mainoo, the greatest midfielder Manchester United has ever produced.
Gordon, Palmer, Gallagher, all on the bench.
Oh my God, dude!
Replace everybody.
It's dumb. It's ridiculous, and it all comes. What baffles me is that the FA, whom I know you just absolutely adore,
I love the FA, bro.
How do they? Who's making this decision to continually? It's been 3 tournaments.
Yeah.
You realize it's been almost 8 years with Southgate?
Yep.
And you actually follow them. I'm kind of like only a fan because of the league, because I watched the English league. So of course I want the English national team to be successful.
It was the World Cup. Like I know Kane missed his PK. It was the World Cup for me. That last World Cup, I would have split. That was the perfect moment to go, okay, you didn't get it done. You had your time.
He's the almost guy. He got you to almost.
The issue is that, and I truly believe this, I don't know if there's another English manager that's better than Southgate.
Does he have to be English, though? Why does it have to be English?
Because that's the FA. There will not, because the man who can lead, I'm telling you, here it is, Jake. The man who can lead England into a Euro and bring it, or a World Cup and bring it, that manager is going to get knighted because he's English. And that's
so you don't want to knight Zinedine Zidane or Jose Mourinho.
It's English pride. I love it.
Jürgen Klopp, a German, won the Euros or the World Cup.
Because the whole slogan is you know the English chant, bro. You know it. 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup.
Yeah.
England. Like, bro, they're not going to bring in a non-English manager. 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup.
That Klopp will turn around like,
what? It's worse if he's French. Like that just makes
oh my God. So no Zidane. Definitely no Zidane. No Klopp. Oh my God. It's Graham Potter. It must be Graham Potter then.
Yo, if Graham Potter won a World Cup with England, I would literally...
Bro, we would just shut off the channel. There's no use talking. It's over.
That's what causes the apocalypse. That's what causes the apocalypse.
The sport just ends. It's literally over if Graham Potter wins a World Cup.
I'm now watching rugby. Like,
yeah, we're tennis fans now. The Cup Chasers have now moved to the world of Formula One.
Cricket.
Yeah. We're following the Indonesian Cricket League now. Football is dead if Graham Potter wins a World Cup.
But that's my issue is like who, as an English man, and I know you brought it up a couple weeks ago, but it's really had me kind of perplexed. But like, yeah, who do you bring in? What English manager does other than Frank? I would put Frank. Frank does well in terms.
Why don't they make a class of 92 coaching staff? Lampard, Gerrard. You could even put Terry in there for S's and giggles.
Terry, make him your defensive coach. Have Frank in midfield, 1 offensive, 1 defensive.
Pull Petr Cech out of retirement to be the coach.
Just give him an honorary English citizenship.
The whole coaching staff doesn't have to be English.
Yo, honestly,
Petr Cech is beloved in England.
Bring Sir Alex Ferguson out of the trenches and just let
He's
him
Scottish, bro. He doesn't F England, bro. He's
He's
Scottish.
United. He's English, bro. He's English.
He don't want any parts of that job.
So screwed.
The next day we hear Alex Ferguson's taking the Scotland job.
Oh, and then now it's over. Scotland wins the World Cup.
Scotland
Before
Scotland
England
win
does.
3 major tournaments in a row.
Oh my god, bro.
Holy crap.
I just
Yeah.
don't understand how he gets this group of talent so wrong. That's my biggest issue with him. Week in, game in,
It's
game out,
shocking.
tournament in, tournament out. The World Cup looked good at times, but it was literally on the back of.
I don't know, man. The game versus the States was just.
I don't think they didn't play. They put out their B lineup.
Yeah. Like I say, man, switch the second defensive midfielder, aka Jordan Henderson,
Yep.
for another attacker.
Yep.
Like,
Let Rice do it.
and it's
Let
not like you're short on another attackers. Cole Palmer, James Madison. You could even put James Ward-Prowse in there, and it'd be better than having a Kobe Mainu or a Calvin Phillips or a Jordan Henderson or people like that who are, they don't go forward. They're not looking for the incisive pass. They're not looking to create goals. Like, come on.
And it's not like we're going to get beat defensively. Look at that defensive lineup.
Stacked.
Healthy defensive lineup
Stacked.
for England. Bro, you have Reece James, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
John Stones.
You could play Trent in the midfield, bro, and just let James play the right. Trent plays his.
It's going to be airy.
Oh yeah,
airy.
I don't know what he must have pictures of Southgate doing some awful stuff for him to be starting every English game. Like it makes no sense. No sense.
Yeah, man.
It baffles me, man.
Yeah, I definitely fear for England at the Euros. Only unless. Between here and now, someone in the FA grows some balls and they sack Southgate before the tournament.
No, they should. They won't.
Yeah, that's the only way I see it happening. But yeah, we're definitely excited about the Euros. Definitely going to be covering them here on the Cup Chasers.
I cannot wait. It's going to be a great tournament. Is it wrong? I like the Euros more than I like the World Cup, bro.
I don't.
I do.
That's wrong, but
it's just absolutely swinging blows. Like,
well, for more hot takes like that one, and of course for I don't know if you remember the World Cup series that I did before the World Cup, the history of the teams. Put the notification bell on, people. There will be a history of the Euros series.
Ukraine, I called it.
Absolutely.
Ukraine, Mud Dog,
absolutely. There'll even be a history of Georgia at the Euros, despite them not having any history. I'll definitely will cook something up for the debutantes at the Euro 2024. Yeah, Georgia beat Greece for their first time to qualify for a tournament for the first time ever.
Yep.
Well, they've only been a nation since I've already done some of the research. Actually, they've only been a footballing nation since 1990. So in our lifetime, they have not. They've been a team, and they've finally gotten to a tournament. So. Definitely congratulations, Georgia. I will definitely have a video featuring them as we count. It'll all be right before the tournament starts. Gonna squeeze it in after the end of the Premier League season. It might actually overlap with the Champions League final, FA Cup final, end of the month. Try to get it timed correctly. So definitely get the notification bell on for those videos coming up. And yeah, it's definitely been a good one. If you were enjoying all the content, let's get them likes up on the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening, and you will see us next time.